All right, what's up, guys? It's Justin checking back in. Um, just on campus, taking a stroll, taking a break from some work, and thought I'd just make another video. Um, Today in this video, we're going to be talking about blue balls, wet dreams, and celibacy. A little bit of celibacy, and a beautiful butterfly. So let's start with blue balls. Blue balls, first of all, is very excruciating. It's the worst pain that I've probably ever experienced. I've had maybe 3 cases of blue balls. For those who don't know what blue balls is when, I don't know the exact scientific reasoning behind it, but from my experience, it's when you're used to, what I've experienced is when you're used to frequently ejaculating, and then you suddenly stop and you're holding all that in. I guess because it's not being released, your testicles will swell up, or around like your pelvic area, it'll swell up. I guess with whatever that fluid is, I don't know, or it's semen maybe, but it swells up and then it gives you this pain, like excruciating pain. It's awful. So what to do to treat it? Only thing I've done to treat it is ice. Ice helps me treat it. I take some ice, and I, just like you icing, like, a sore muscle. I take the ice, and then I put it down there, and it usually works. Normally works. The 2 instances I had blue balls was maybe, I think, around day 50, and then around day 90. No, then 80, somewhere around that time. But the last time I had blue balls, which was probably the worst time ever, because the first 2 times I had blue balls is just like on my testicles, right? And I just put some ice on it, and then after 10 minutes or something, it went away. The last time I had blue balls, though, was the last time I had sex, which was last Saturday or Friday. I think it was Saturday. And what happened was I was having sex, and I was having sex once you're on semen retention, like, you're able to last a long time, very long time. And I was there, having sex for at least 4 hours straight before she was done. I wasn't even done, but and I won't tell you. I'll make another video about what you're able to do when you're on semen retention and how good you can be, in the bedroom. But that's not this video. I'm talking about blue balls. So I had sex for at least 4 hours straight, just non-stop. And at the beginning, when you're trying to retain your semen when you're having sex, you're not supposed to release any semen. So I was having sex, not trying to release any semen. And at the beginning, when I first, got in there, it was like, like the feeling when you don't masturbate and when you don't release any semen, like the pleasure of a woman's, private areas is amplified, like, to the max. Like, it's amplified. So it's like, it feels way better. And I haven't busted a nut in a long time. It just amplifies it. So at the beginning, you're just like, taking it slow because you feel it coming, but you got to relax. So I was relaxing, doing a little bit, taking it out, doing a little bit, taking it out, but not like waiting for like a minute, like 5 minutes or so. It was just like, all right, take a break for like 10 seconds and go back in. So I was doing that constantly for like maybe the first 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so. And then it was like, all right, I got it. I know how to hold it. And then I just kept going. And then once I decided to keep going, oh my God, I went for at least, like I said, 4 hours straight. And she probably, orgasmed, I swear to you, like 25, 30 times. And after she got her first 3 orgasms, it was every 5 minutes. Like every 5 minutes or so, she was orgasming. And that was crazy. But how I think I got blue balls after that was I didn't give myself a break. Like, I was holding it in, and I don't know, I didn't give myself a break, and like I could feel it coming at the end, and I kept holding it and holding it. And maybe whatever technique I was doing, however I was doing, was not proper. It's kind of like how you lifting weights and you're not properly doing the technique to lift the weight the right way. Maybe I wasn't properly holding in my semen the right way, or using, I don't know. But as soon as I got done, maybe she got up and got dressed, I put my clothes on, like I said, after about 4 hours, and then I put on my my clothes and stuff, and in 5 minutes, it had to be, or 3 to 5 minutes after I was done, boom, I felt this aching pain, this like excruciating pain all around, my testicles, like my pelvic areas, like in my groin. It was like rocks, like it was like sore. I don't know what was going on. I mean, I know what was going on. I had blue balls, but it was the worst it was all over the place. And it lasted for at least throughout the night, and then some of the next day, because I walked downstairs, and then she left, and then and it wasn't a random girl. Like, this is the girl I was like having sex with. I was dating for almost a year now. I've only been having sex with her, but so it wasn't like a random hookup. But yeah, she left, and then I had this excruciating pain. I told my brother, I was like, dude, I got it like no other right now. And then I put ice, like I normally do. I take the ice, thinking it would just go away, and I ended up icing for all night. Like, I was sitting on the couch trying to ice. It wasn't going away. It was just still hurting, and to the point that I was using so much ice that it like basically numbed myself, so I can't even really feel it, but it was still hurting. So I'll just like keep the ice on it, and maybe it'll go away, and hopefully it'll go away by the morning. So I don't know. I don't think I released any semen. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Like, and I'm thinking about it, pretty sure I didn't. But as soon as I like started to stand up, I don't know what was going on. Like, I felt this loss of energy. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt tired, but only for a few seconds, until I like, just lay down and decided to go to sleep. But usually when they say you feel tired, you release after you ejaculated, but I didn't ejaculate, so I don't know what that was all about. Maybe if somebody experienced something similar to that, you can kind of help me out and let me know what was going on. But I ended up going to sleep with the ice on me, and then I woke up, and it wasn't as bad. So I woke up after like at least 7 hours of sleep, and the blue balls were still there, and it wasn't as bad as it was, but it was still there. So that was crazy. And so I got some more ice, iced it a little bit more, and then maybe 2 hours later, it kind of went away. So I was like, all right, I feel good. I went back to sleep with ice, and I woke up around 10 o'clock the next day, and I was like, okay, if I feel better now. So I went about my day, went to the library, whatever, started worked out. I didn't work out that day. No, I didn't. After I got from the library, I came back, and then hopefully you guys can hear me. A lot of wind around here. I'm gonna go this way. Came back home, started eating, and then I felt it again. It started coming back. So I was like, what is going on? So I iced it some more, and then after that last icing, maybe 30 minutes, it went away. But that was the longest, most painful blue ball experience I've ever had. I've only had blue balls. The first time I ever had blue balls was with that girl. When I first met her, I had sex with her, and then she wouldn't stop. I guess she wasn't ready. And she was like, I don't think I want to do this. So and then I just stopped, and then because I like started and then stopped, I was like, oh shit. Like, that was the first blue ball experience I ever had. And that was like a year ago, before, like, when we first started talking. But yeah. But that was that time, like last Saturday, that was the worst experience ever. So my only advice, how do I get it here? My only advice for people who are having sex and on semen retention, I'll look more into it, but look at the techniques that you should use when you're actually doing it, because I think I was doing something wrong, and I've messed myself up. And I would suggest, yeah, even though you can go that long, like I said, maybe it's something I'm doing, but with me, if I do it again, even though I know I can go forever, like, take a break, bro. Take a break, because that was, Oh, that was awful. Dang, I'm already at the 10-minute mark. So yeah, that was that. So my next thing I want to talk about is wet dreams. Obviously, whoever don't know what wet dreams are, they happen when like you're asleep and you wake up and you've ejaculated all over yourself, which is not a good feeling, because you've been, especially if you're trying to, if you're just doing PMO, when you're just not, no fat, when you're just not masturbating, I guess you don't really care about it. When you're doing semen retention, you want to save as much as you can. I don't think, it happened before on one of my streaks, but that was the last streak I had, which was in February, that I'll tell you guys about. But on this streak, I don't think I had it. The only thing I had was I would be, how do I get out of here? I would be sleeping, and then I would have a dream that I'll be having sex, and then I'll have a dream that I ejaculate, and it felt as real as day. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I guess nothing happened. So that's what that was about. And that happened multiple times, maybe around 5 times that happened. But and the times before that, before I started this streak, was because I would go to sleep, and then I would wake up, and then boom, it just kind of released itself, which was I was proud of that. But that was the streak before this. That streak when I had like, I think 70 days, and then I relapsed. No, 65 days or something like that. Then I relapsed, and then I started this streak in April. So the last time I actually had a wet dream was maybe around February or something like that, maybe. But on this streak with 110 days, yes, today is 110 days. I don't think I told you, but this is 110 days today. I haven't had a wet dream where I actually ejaculated. I did have dreams where I was having sex and I did ejaculate, but I woke up and I actually didn't ejaculate. So that was strange. But for everyone who, I take that back. I think when I first started, pretty sure when I first started, like between day 1 and 7, I think I had a wet dream. And I actually, a little bit came out, like the smallest amount came out. And I was pissed because I was like, I'm doing this. But what I started doing was I started working out harder. I started working out like twice a day almost. And I started like keeping myself busy and keeping myself active, because what I noticed is that the more energy I can use in my waking life, the body, I guess, doesn't want to release that energy when it's asleep, because he knows that he's gonna be using it in the daily life. So I use as much energy as possible, work out as hard as possible, study, read, and just occupy as much time of my day as possible. And I noticed that when I do that, even the dreams where I was having sex, I felt like I ejaculated, that stopped. Like once I started pushing myself throughout the day, the night I would sleep, knock out, and then wake back up and didn't realize I was sleeping. So that's what I would do. And then I would notice that the harder I worked out and the more I focused on something, I've always had this, but when I'd be focusing on something, I would dream about it. Like when I was younger, like I used to have dreams, like when I used to run track, that I would be practicing, running track in my sleep. But now that I haven't had it in a long time, since it came back once I started this semen retention streak now. But my dreams become way more vivid, and my dreams become way more powerful, way more real, and I feel like I can sense stuff too. I forgot. I'll tell you about one of the dreams in another video where I dreamt something and it actually happened, and it's been doing that multiple times. But yeah, use as much for the wet dreams. Like, I don't want to prolong this video. The wet dreams, use as much energy as possible, and then do that consistently. Like, don't slack off, and you will find that your body wants to retain that energy that you keep wasting, and you're not gonna have a wet dream. So yeah, just do that. Follow my advice on that, and then let me know how that works. All right. What was the other thing? Celibacy. Uh, so I have a spiritual advisor that I kind of confide in, and basically she was telling me that, I should take a break away from sex until my birthday, which my birthday is August 5th. She told me this around April 6th. I said, okay, I'll see if I can do it. But I ended up not being able to do that completely. I've had sex 3 times, once a month. I've been having sex once a month since April, which is good on my part because, I want to, take time to build my spiritual self and stop, lusting as much. I feel like the lust factor that we have distracts us and depletes us of energy we can be using in our mind for other stuff like creative things, which is what sexual transmutation is all about. So if you're trying to do use semen retention for sexual transmutative things, you got to cut out the lust too, because it's just going to be a distraction. So sex is becoming a distraction because I notice when I want to have sex, I don't do anything. All I do is focus on seducing. That's it. So and it zaps me of my energy to want to do other stuff, but put that energy towards sex. And I become very creative when I become a seducer, with my words and stuff. So I don't want to do that. So I've cut down significantly on my sexual behaviors. So I've had sex once a month since she told me to stop having sex till my birthday. So I'm not gonna have sex again till my birthday. And then once my birthday comes, I want to push to do a year of celibacy, where it's just me focusing on my music, my writing, anything I want to do that's creative, that I want to publish these videos, all that kind of stuff. I just want to focus on that. And and make a lot of headway on that, and try to pull in as much energy as I can and not waste it on women. Even though women are a beautiful thing, use it for other reasons, like actually try to connect with them, see if you can build meaningful relationships with them, like business wise. Like if you're gonna have sex with these women and you're gonna put yourself in danger if you're trying to do semen retention of ejaculating, and the energy you got to use, which for me is a lot of energy, not a lot of energy, but it just takes away my want and desire to do other things when I'm trying to pursue women, which is telling me that I shouldn't pursue women. But if women are coming into your life, instead of just having sex with them, like put them in your cipher, in your mastermind, and see if the women that you're talking to or having sex with, if you are doing this, how are they helping you build your business, or build your environment like the way you want it. Like what things do they bring to the table, right? Men are the only people that bring things to the table. If you're gonna be in a relationship with anybody, friends, family, what do they bring to the table? Why are you giving them your energy? So if you're having sex with a woman, how does she benefit you other than her vagina? So yeah. And then last thing I want to talk about is the butterfly. So I was working out, what was this, 2 days ago, and I was so focused. I finished my last set, and it was a pretty hard workout, and I was just taking a lap around the track, and then I was just in the zone, one-mindedness, focus completely on one thing. I was so absorbed. I wasn't focused on the thing. I was just in a meditative state where I was just relaxing after my workout and not trying to use any energy and just trying to calm my body down. So it was kind of like a deep meditative state. And then all of a sudden I looked up and I see this butterfly. And as soon as I see the butterfly, everything seemed for at least 3 seconds. 2 seconds that I saw the butterfly, that how a butterfly passes and then it's gone, right? So it passed by pretty quick. But when I looked at it, it was like everything slowed down for at least 2 seconds. Everything slowed, and the butterfly was just and I wasn't, when I was little, I always tried to, catch butterflies with my bare hand. I was never able to do it. So my body was grab it. I wasn't gonna grab the butterfly, but my body was grab it. And then I literally, without trying, I just stuck my hand out and grabbed it. And once I noticed I grabbed it, I don't like touching insects. A butterfly is an insect, right? I don't like touching those things. I would just be trying to, when I was little, I used to always try to grab it, but I never grabbed it. But my body was just like, look at it. It was so slow. And my spirit intuition just said, grab it. And I reached my hand out and I grabbed it. And I was like, oh, snap. And I threw it away. And I think I heard it. So I didn't want to, but the crate, and then I saw it fly away and it got higher. I was like, all right, he's cool. But I just want to relate that to like being like, I don't know, maybe that's a superpower that you get from semen retention. Like I was talking about in that last video, extreme focus. It was kind of like if you saw the movie Wanted, when he was like trying to grab that thing out of that sewing machine, whatever, and it was going so fast he kept hurting his hand, whatever. And then once he focused, it slowed down and he was able to grab it. And that's kind of how it was. That's the only way I can explain it. But if I'm able to do that, where I'm so focused on one thing and it slows down whatever's happened so I can focus on doing it with ease, that's something I should try to, accumulate my, my energy towards, accumulate more power towards that, I think is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and I think that's something you get with semen retention. That's the best thing, is extreme focus. But yeah, so that was everything. So yeah, blue balls, all I suggest is ice. And find a different technique if you're having sex. Don't do it for so long. Take breaks, heal yourself. And look up good techniques. Wet dreams, you just gotta use energy, bro. Stop being lazy. Get up, use as much energy as possible. There's somebody on YouTube, I forgot their name though, but they talk about like brahmacharas, whatever it is, like breathing techniques. I tried it once. It was cool, but I think I might get into it since I'm trying to be serious about this. Wet dreams, yeah, try that, but use as much energy as you can, bro. Like I said, stop being lazy. And celibacy. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you're serious about the semen retention thing, I'm telling you, any lust that you have, bro, I feel like it's gonna be a distraction. So yeah, take that into account, and you guys, stay easy. Till the next time, I'm out.